There's never been a better time to be a superhero fan, because Hollywood is more invested than ever in bringing as many bankable comic book properties to the screen as humanly possible. Though these 9 superhero movies have all been in some stage of development, it's safe to say that these films will never actually see the light of day. I'm Dan from What Culture, and these are 9 comic book movies that will never happen. Number 9. Justice League Dark. Murmurs of a Justice League Dark movie go all the way back to 2012, when Guillermo del Toro started working on an adaptation of the darker superhero B-Team. Updates were sporadic in the following years, even as del Toro completed the script and hoped to roll his story into the DC Extended Universe. He eventually walked away from the director's chair in 2016 and was replaced by Doug Liman, but in mid-2017, he too had left the production. In 2020, it was revealed that J.J. Abrams was producing a Justice League Dark TV series for HBO Max, which was the final nail in the coffin for seeing these characters on the big screen. Number 8. The Incredible Hulk 2. Ever since the Marvel Cinematic Universe successfully reintroduced the Hulk, as played by Mark Ruffalo, fans have been wondering when Marvel Studios will get around to making a standalone follow-up to 2008's The Incredible Hulk. In fact, the project has never officially been confirmed in any capacity, with Kevin Feige frequently acting coy about rubber stamping another Hulk solo film. It was finally revealed in 2015 that the main obstacle is Universal holding the distribution rights to the character's standalone films. By having the big green guy appear as a supporting character in movies such as The Avengers or Thor Ragnarok, Marvel Studios can avoid all of the legal red tape. With Universal's hold over the character having no end in sight, as it's most likely renewed every time he appears in a new Marvel Cinematic Universe film, it's probably never happening. Number 7. The SANDMAN. Neil Gaiman's masterfully surreal comic series would make one hell of a movie, and as such, it's been in some form of development for roughly 20 years. Pulp Fiction co-writer Roger Avery was originally attached to the project before being fired, and subsequent scripts left both fans and Gaiman himself extremely dissatisfied with how the project was progressing. By late 2013, Gaiman, David S. Goyer, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt were collaborating on a new attempt, with the latter possibly set to star and direct, but Gordon-Levitt quit in early 2016 due to the ever-popular creative differences a mere day after a new screenwriter was hired, no less. In early 2021, it was revealed that Netflix would be making The SANDMAN into a TV show. Hopefully the source material translates better into a television series than it would do a movie. Number 6. GAMBIT. When a movie has its own development of Wikipedia page, you know it's had some trouble making it to the big screen. Fox had its sights set on a solo GAMBIT movie for many years, with Taylor Kitsch originally intended to spin off his X-Men Origins Wolverine version of the fan-favourite superhero into a standalone film. However, that movie was a critical bust, immediately killing the GAMBIT plans and forcing the producers to go back to the drawing board. In 2014, GAMBIT was re-announced, with Channing Tatum signing on to play the superhero. Then, the movie was in limbo until Disney bought Fox and officially cancelled the project in May 2019, which, let's face it, was probably for the best. Number 5. LOBO. The cigar-chomping, bike-riding interstellar mercenary, LOBO, was originally envisioned as a parody of gritty Marvel superheroes such as Wolverine, the Punisher, and Cable. But fans ended up embracing the character. A LOBO movie has been in the works for almost a decade, with Guy Ritchie initially being approached to direct a PG-13 film with a tone similar to his acclaimed gangster flicks. Ritchie eventually left to work on the second Sherlock Holmes movie, and in 2012, Brad Peyton, who directed San Andreas and Rampage, was confirmed as the new director. Peyton's frequent star, Dwayne Johnson, was briefly in talks to play Lobo, but then left in order to play another DC character, Black Adam. Peyton has since left the project, and Warner Brothers is apparently looking at Michael Bay to direct, with the current script requiring a $200 million budget, which is insane. But with everything that's going on with DC currently, it's unlikely that this one is going to be made. Number 4. Blade 4. Though the original Wesley Snipes starring Blade trilogy concluded in 2004 with the widely reviled Blade Trinity, Snipes continued to talk about the possibility of a fourth movie over the years, especially after the rights reverted back to Marvel Studios in 2012. However, at Comic-Con in 2019, it was revealed that Blade would be coming to the MCU, but Snipes wouldn't be playing the part. Instead, Mahershala Ali would be taking up the mantle. With certain older characters popping back up in the MCU, you can never rule out another appearance by Snipes as the character. Let's just see what the multiverse of madness brings, but it's highly unlikely that we'll ever see an official Blade 4. Number 3. Nightwing. A Nightwing movie was first announced in 2017, with the Lego Batman movies Chris McKay set to direct. McKay's film was intended to be a gritty, grounded origin story for Dick Grayson, and whilst McKay has said the project is still in development, it just feels like another DC project that will never actually get off the ground. We hear it all too often: a film is announced and then nothing ever happens. The character is currently appearing on the show Titans, and with Matt Reeves as the Batman seemingly being set up for a trilogy, the character could make an appearance there. But a Nightwing solo movie seems more and more unlikely. Number 2. The Crow. A remake of the 1994 cult classic, The Crow, was first announced in 2008, with Blade director Stephen Norrington set to helm. Norrington left the project in 2011, after which a number of different directors danced with it, while the likes of Tom Hardy, Mark Wahlberg, and Jason Momoa flirted with playing protagonist Eric Draven. Development was temporarily derailed by Relativity Media's bankruptcy in 2015. And though both Hardy and Momoa were committed to the project, they ended up bailing out too. This shouldn't be a tough project to get off the ground, given its low budget and somewhat iconic branding, but clearly something just isn't gelling. If it hasn't been made after a decade's worth of attempts, it's probably never going to be. Number 1. Cyborg. Shortly after Ray Fisher was cast to play Victor Stone, aka Cyborg, in Batman v Superman, Warner Bros. Announced a Cyborg solo movie slated for April 3rd, 2020. But with Cyborg failing to make much of an impact in Justice League, and with the drama that unfolded behind the scenes of that production, Cyborg was officially taken off the DCEU film slate. And with Warner Bros. Shifting focus to other characters, such as Batgirl and Shazam, and with the upcoming Flash movie set to be a soft reboot of the DC universe, it's probably safe to say we won't be getting a Cyborg solo movie anytime soon. And that's our list. Know of any other comic book movies that will never happen? Let us know in the comment section below. You can follow me on Twitter @DanJDurkin, and after that, be sure to head over to whatculture.com for more lists and articles like this every single day. For now though, I've been Dan, and I'll catch you in the next one.